The Sublime Beauty of Salvation. Devotional Thoughts for Women by Marianne M. Grutner. God is a lover of the beautiful, and above all that is outwardly attractive, He loves beauty of character. He would have us cultivate purity and simplicity, the quiet graces of the flowers.
Good morning, dear friends. Today, July the 9th, our devotional is entitled Falling Under Pressure. Our scripture reading is from 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 10. So after you have suffered a little while, He will restore, support, and strengthen you, and He will place you on a firm foundation. Peter is a great example of how we can be disappointed in ourselves. Even though he had lived with Jesus, he was still unsure of his convictions and was still hasty in his actions. Driven by his emotions, he rushed into situations with his immediate opinions, and in his heart, he wanted to occupy a prominent place in God's kingdom. Jesus warned him, "Simon, Simon, indeed, Satan has asked for you that he may sift you as wheat, but I have prayed for you that your faith should not fail." At first, Peter must have felt frustrated because Jesus was exposing his weaknesses that needed to be worked on, and he saw himself as better than that. Just as a father or mother see their child's potential as a grown and mature adult, Jesus also sees what we can become under his guidance. Sometimes we see our neighbor as weak and incapable, but if we saw them through God's eyes, we would value them more because God does not see how they are, but how they will be in the future with his help. Every child can become a potential winner. Peter only understood that reality of Jesus' words after he had denied him. How could he have denied Jesus? His heart was still divided and he was under pressure. The recent events had been too intense. He was tired, and his fear and terror were jumbled together. Those who followed Jesus were in serious danger, and his divided heart faltered. Faced with Jesus' tender and loving gaze, Peter was overcome with remorse and went out to weep bitterly. He recognized his weaknesses and decided to make amends for his mistake. But he felt so unworthy that he decided to go back to being a fisherman. Jesus did not abandon him, and shortly thereafter, by the Sea of Galilee, he gave Peter the opportunity to reaffirm his commitment. After that, we see an intrepid speaker at Pentecost and a courageous leader who, based on his own experience, was able to affirm today's verse in his old age. Have you been tempted to give up because you are under pressure? If so, please don't be discouraged. Follow Peter's steps. 1. Acknowledge your weaknesses. 2. Take hold of the true strength that can only be found in God. The Lord wants to transform you into a winner. So, after you have suffered a little while, He will restore, support, and strengthen you, and He will place you on a firm foundation. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 10.